đi lại sao tàu tôi lại sao tàu nó mình chống cửa lúc họ trong nhau bó tàu này bay thì xe bó tàu lúc họ trong ga mà nhau bó tàu này bay bó tàu nó nè cái xin thằng còn lại chống thằng rồi mình cái chống này rồi thế nó cho luôn món ngồi xứ tôi chỉ tao kén kề á để cho cái chance nữa trong nó mà muốn chống cưng rồi đi chứ à giờ cho tụi lấy ớt xe nó rất là mà muốn cuộc chiến trai thế này sáng nó sáng tua tỏ và sao tua nữa thế nên ở lại chúng tôi tạo tôi theo cho lúc phải mình chúng không rồi đi lúc họ trong là cho chance nè thế nên ở lại mà luôn đại bó sao tỏ nói về cái gì chỉ bỏ thế rồi cho nên là sửa rồi cho sát lô thì nó cho sát lô cho nên ở lại đâu một thế chống cưng rồi đi luôn nhưng mà hồi lại đây cưng rồi đi sau sẽ này bộ bao ít từ dẫn thằng hồi lại nữa hồi lại tôi sẽ kể tôi muốn cá lúc có trong mà chống cưng rồi đi luôn một phần là giá tôm gỗ chứ rồi nên chống nó cũng là nâng kia là tới tôm mù nó tới chiều nữa giờ nó là này chỉ nó chỉ bỏ cú đấy ban thái nữa chỉ con của ban thái theo dùng liệt xa cho thái bây giờ ta tổ tôm để trả về chiều chưa về chiều nữa còn nó để lúc xả thiên nó cho trống thì cũng nhiều con cá kia là đâu nó nó cho trống cân gỗ à nó nói là nó cái y thế nào cái nào sao tôi một tàu với là tàu cái bắt lơ nha đừng chống đúng rồi nó giờ chấm nhỏ và lấy cờ và tha hẳn nha cái lấy tôi nhóc nó trên nó to ít liệt nó này con này to tôi ở xí nè lấy tôi sẽ đèn nãy thì chọn cho nhau không ra là chỉ số bỏ ta lấy tôi sẽ đèn tàu này con nó bỏ này có sống tu rất là cá léo nên là sao không chống không rồi chỉ tao kiếm một sát tao đi
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hauv. ต่อไปท่านผู้ว่าขอเพียงตรงนี้有件拍摄也能互动Fresno呢，他是的身体。
General Rank Caug, Mr. Mayor, would you please stand up so everyone can see it?
Well, I got it.
We are very excited to see you all here today with us as we welcome the new millennium.
但他把那听见了怒气呢。
Now the Laotian national anthem. An essential part of the Hmong culture has been our military background. Many of us have had more than one relative involved in the Vietnam War. And many of us have not forgotten how important democracy is to us.
ประมาณ1 นาที
Daddy.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ladies and gentlemen, the reverence.
The Honorable Mayor of Fresno, the Honorable Lieutenant of Governor of California, members of the City Council of Fresno, the Chief of Police, from leaders from the Justice Department, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 25th Hmong New Year Festival since we left Laos. Within these years, we have been through many ups and downs, good times and bad times, prosperity and poverty. We have the privilege of being the donors and the shame of being beggars. Our strong traditional families have been fragmented through divorce, disobedient children, and marital infidelity. While many more people have achieved success, others have struggled to make ends meet. While some have received honor and respect, others have committed detestable crimes that defame us as a people. While some see problems as merely challenges, others see problems as roadblocks to their life in the future. We have seen many crimes, but at the same time, we have seen many successes. We believe that the success will outgrow the problems that we experience. The problems that we have had among all deserve attention from our community, our state, and federal governments. In the midst of these difficulties and challenges, we are still looking forward to a better day to come. This is the 25th New Year Festival since we left Laos. For the moment, the New Year is a time to meet friends and relatives who have been scattered throughout the country and who are able to come to this event. It is a time of open or legitimate courtship between boys and girls who would not be able to meet otherwise. It is a time to eat and drink and be merry, to enjoy the fruit of our labor. It is a time to review and assess what we have done in the past year and to formulate new plans and visions for the years to come. It is a time to bid farewell to the passing year and to happily receive a new year with expected blessings. Để không có cho đây thì nó là có chúng tôi nhiều số tàu tràn là đây chúng tôi cho về hải mông là tàu chiều thì đây công trợ là bị tệ tiên tri của được lo tàu cho đây là để đối xung lòng ta chia qua để thảo là chúng tôi cũng chỉ tê phòng cho công cho mông cho được ở gì rồi được ở đi ở lo còn chỉ đến là cá nhân rồi mua cho xe cho rò mua lại chú ý chỉ nhớ cho về hải mông đồng xong cho là nhà thằng này thảo là cho về chồng là chuyên mông của tàu cho nữ sau nữ theo ba nữ thảo là chúng tôi phục công mông của xe là để bên nhau họ cũng cho về xe thảo là chúng tôi ở bên đó để chỉ là bên xe thì cũng như là chỉ tàu làm cho bên trên là chúng tôi là tụ chứ nó là tụ chỉ bên xe là để bên xe là nhỏ họ theo bên nhỏ tàu và chúng tôi cho nó dùng xe và chúng tôi coi như tụ chỉ tê chỉ nút chỉ ly chỉ hoa chỉ tiêu coi như tụ hoa nút bông lì xe linh linh coi như tụ chỉ nó không nông trà bây giờ cái tiêu mua nó mua họ còn đây nhau đi xỉu là sao nó mua nào thì cái hai nên có bông tê bông chờ đó chúng tôi có một bu cho tê chờ này cả nó bu thả á nó cho bây giờ tụ nhau cứ nó cứ họ tụ mì nhiều để tháo là chúng tôi có phòng cho công cho mong cho bé lưu xuống chia vào cho nhà thằng đây và sẽ được công giải mong và chúng tôi có hung đồ nhiều và sẽ được cứ chơi vào tông đầu cứ đầu nào chúng ta họ có cho các trò cử tên địa chỉ của chơi Xyoo tên nào tên chữ của cho bé sẽ được một trò khó siêu học sinh đó là chúng tôi có bố có lúc chết tên kiều nào chỉ cho một nền sinh đồng sĩ của chỉ cho một cái đuổi tháng cho mua cái block cái đường cái sai cái lù đây là cái gì là một lúc công trình một ba một chỗ sinh nào một chỗ khó siêu học sinh sư họ phổ mông được bây giờ cho một tổ cho cái gì là một tổ số đó họ phổ mông được bây giờ nó là cũng là có cái ý tưởng học chính xác là bây giờ là tiệm công trừ nhau họ có nó có ý lúc xe luôn trừ họ có mông là bây giờ mà chính tụ chỉ tên là chỉ là sử dụng này
also reunites loved ones from all over the world. There are over 300 people, staff members, all volunteer, who would donate their time and energy to make this event a success. Every year it takes a strong leader to lead the troop. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you the president of the Hmong International New Year, Jotu Van.
一种年纪个地方家，朋友们出来说的，我这边有位路这边讲的呢，有主要我都靠边我，将领导都老是讲的，个一种年纪个地方家说的，做新军事报，要领导边了他家都把谈本这边讲了，还要边了路，这一种年纪个地方家说的，要领导在他家看做主办。
mong lu cha biết chờ mua cái chè lịch cho cái lịch cái chè tiêu thụ mong lu cha biết chờ
นี่จะกรรมการนี่จะต่อ
cái mong lu cha biết chờ mua cái chẳng chén chắc là cái mong lu này xử lý cái xin chi ship tụ ở đó để lâu để lúa để tu tiền tài dùng này ta sẽ mong lu cha biết chờ mua cái nó cái hậu Xyoo là tay gì có mỏ đòn luôn cái tin này chả cái phong tiền nhiều cái mỏ nó Xyoo to translate what the president has just alluded. Honorable Major General Hauv, Honorable Mayor Jim Patterson, and distinguished guests. First of all, we would like to express our sincere appreciation to the mayor, other related government officials and entities for allowing us to and for taking the time to celebrate with us this momentous event. The Hmong has celebrated the coming of the New Year since time immemorial. The Hmong New Year is a festive event and is a time to rejoice in the hopes of a new year and to reflect on our achievements and culture. There are many elements to the Hmong New Year, in which I would only mention a few. According to tradition, the Hmong rest for 3 days. Thereafter, they begin elaborate preparation of food and merriment to welcome the new year. In our homeland and the United States, the Hmong celebrate this most festive cultural event for 4 days. It is a time for all young and old to assemble together. We are strangers to this land, thus making it all the more costly and difficult to plan and to put into effect an event of this magnitude. However, the endless enthusiasm and dedication of more than 200 volunteers make the event possible. In our homeland in the United States, no matter where, it has become the proud tradition for General Hauv to lead the Hmong in welcoming the new year. We are forever indebted to you for your courage and leadership in bringing us to this prosperous nation. In accordance with tradition, we proudly dedicate the Hmong Millennium New Year celebration to you, the Honorable General Hauv, and to you, Honorable Mayor Jim Patterson. And may this momentous event truly be a time of remembrance and rejoice, and time of safety for all in attendance. I thank you for your time this morning. Happy New Year. First of all, I would like to introduce our distinguished guests today. The Honorable Mayor Jim Patterson, City of Fresno, who will say a few welcome remarks.
Thank you very much. My goodness. Those of us who have had the privilege of sitting facing forward, special guests, you have missed what is behind. Literally thousands and thousands coming together to join in this Hmong celebration as we usher in 2000. So on behalf of the people of Fresno and all those here with you, wish you the very, very best. Allow us to join with you in wishing everyone here a wonderful prosperous, harmonious, and happy New Year. It is a delight for the city of Fresno to be host to what has become the largest single mall cultural event anywhere in the world. And we send our congratulations and best wishes to all who have participated in organizing and bringing to our city this wonderful pier, in welcoming General Vang Pao and letting him know how much we do appreciate his leadership and patronage, as he has demonstrated the courage and leadership of bygone times, but he has also demonstrated courage and leadership today and into the future. Thank you, General Powell, for being here, and we honor and welcome you to our city. Let me also finally remind us all that there are American flyers and servicemen alive today at home with family and friends because of the magnificent courage of the Laotian fighters during the Vietnam conflict. I have been privy to story after story of the history of those brave men and women, and oftentimes even children, who risked themselves, their lives, and their well-being to find and save and bring to safety American flyers during the Vietnam War. On behalf of them and on behalf of this country, thank you for your courage and sacrifice. We honor you here today for giving life to those who were in danger. And then finally, it gives me a great deal of pleasure officially as the mayor of the city of Fresno to set the seal of this city to a proclamation which resolves that today, being Sunday, December the 26th, 1999, be here today and hereafter known as the Hmong National New Year Celebration Day. Again, congratulations to all who have organized and brought this to our community, and congratulations and Happy New Year to all. Thank you.
อยากจะให้ท่านเจ้าเมืองเป็นประธาน
อยู่คำเจ้าเมืองเจ้าลูกเฟสโนนาอย่างนี้ได้ผู้ท่องเที่ยวตายต่อทะเลคนมาขอวันนี้ก็ของคาเฟ่ที่ก็เลยยาดอลานี่ต่อชีเสียชีจะกำชาป้าที่จะอเมริกาย้อนชาที่ทุกท่านรู้อย่างนี้ได้เป็นของเชียต่อใจเนาะสามีเสด็จผมว่าเลย I know him quite well. When he was working with Representative Richard Leonard and then worked with our former Assemblyman Bruce Brunson. He climbed the ladders step by step. And every watching him, he like a star. You show a good role model, not only for the Chinese youth children, but you also show his leadership to all of us, especially here in Fresno. Here, our distinguished guest, the Honorable
Long เจ้าแขวงมา
Today we remember.
ลองเจ้าแขวงแคลิฟอร์
We
เนีย
remember the past. We remember history.
เราเป็นการต่อยาดอลา
Assistant Governor
เนี่ยเป็นจริงคือ
More than 3 decades ago,
ต่อไปเจ้าแต่ชาวบ้านนะ
the Hmong, after assisting American servicemen in Vietnam,
มองต่อไปเจ้าอเมริกาเนี่ยเราชาทุกท่านรู้
were hunted across Southeast Asia.
เพราะเลยส่วนเทียนเขาเจอเนี่ยเราชาเอเชีย
Hmong communities were destroyed.
มองจอในต่อจอส่วนเทียน
Their loyalty to America fueled those flames.
อย่าบีห้องงานต่อป้าอเมริกา
Those who were responsible for that destruction were enemies.
ก็วันนี้น้องมาสุดแล้วพิซซ่า
Enemies of diversity, of building this state and this nation.
ที่เราควรเราไม่เจอว่าจะในจอที่จะเกิดคือการเด็กที่ยากได้เขียนนะ
I am here today because of your noble self-sacrifice.
ผู้ตัวที่นายจะบีนี่ต่อป้าอยากเอาอะไร
I am here today to stand with you against those who would deny those freedoms to all others.
ผู้ตัวที่นายจะบีนี่ต่อที่ไทยจะกินใจยิง
Today, all of us, regardless of our culture or our background, are members of the Hmong community.
ผู้นายแต่เราเป็นเฉลยที่ให้ใจเจ้าเกิดที่ใจยงใจ
In the Bible, there is a story of two women from different tribes who suffer the loss of their families.
ยาวปากกับปีมั่วอาตุปเนี่ยมันเห็นว่าตาเกิดบริจาคใจยอเชียใจเนี่ยบริจาคเราเกิดบริโอเค
When her friend Naomi urged her to leave to return to her own people, Ruth refused. And she said, "Do not urge me to leave you."
บางทีผมก็แต่แล้วก็คือให้เด็กก็วิจารณ์ให้ผมแต่ก็ผมเอง
Do not urge me to turn back and not to follow you.
จ้าให้กับคุณจะค่ายเองจ้าให้กับคุณว่าอยากช่วยคุณเลยก็
For wherever you go, I will go.
ก็มหาถือคุณรักกันหมด
Wherever you lodge, I will lodge.
ก็พี่เขาถือคุณรักก็พี่
Your people shall be my people.
ก็จะนิ่งเลยอย่าคุณจะนิ่งเนี่ย
So let those who would try to divide our communities
จ้าขอเยอะมาเป็นเฉดเลย
see our numbers,
ยิ่งจะบอกเป็นจะนั่งเลยเป็นจะนิ่ง
feel our commitment,
บอกเป็นจะเกยจ้าเลย
know our resolve.
เพราะว่าเป็นจะเกยชื่อชิวเราอย่าง
We will not let the poison of any prejudice to destroy our American democracy.
ไม่อยากจะพูดแต่อย่างแต่จ้าเราบอกกับเป็นจะจริง
All children deserve the best California has to offer, the best education, and the best life.
การจะมีดีมาต้องการจะเกยกันต้องการจะเขาชงยีหลับตาเฉย
All children deserve to live in safe neighborhoods.
ครับเธอมีหยอดเสื้อเทียนตรงนี้ถึงยากจะเกยไทยยิ่ง
We all deserve to have jobs that help us care for our families.
To many others. 25 years ago, he not only stayed in the battlefield in the front line, but he also traveled village to village, visiting widows, orphans. He traveled hospital to hospitals, visiting the injured soldiers to comfort them. West to east,
หลายๆด้วนนะแล้วก็คือเกี่ยวตอนหนึ่งท่านเป็นคนสุ่มเดียว
he traveled thousands
มันจินจ่ายก็คือคุ้มว่าอย่างก็เนี่ยลงเนี่ยเจอท่านพันยานโนรัตประโมทในพื้นที่ว่างเปล่า
and he cared every single one of among here in America. จันในยามนี้คือดีเจย่อมอยากผู้การอยากผู้ได้เฉลยยิ่งเป้าแหล่เดียยิ่งปลอกการยิ่งจิตตานาอาชายิ่งจิตตาคุยนิสวาที่รู้จักไม่รู้จักนิสวาทหารจะมาไม่เดียวหมดยังได้ตอนนี้ต้องยากเราที่เจออเมริกานะนี่ถึงเจ้าที่ใหญ่ก็ตัวเทียลูลีตัวเทียชงหนึ่งหมู่เจ้าตาไปต่อแต่การที่เกี่ยวกับแต่โดยเกี่ยวกับชีวะเป็นอะไรมีในจากที่ลูกเจ้ามาชีวะจะเป็นอย่างนู้น lo kia tụ giàu lo kia tụ lo dân đây kẻ tụ cháu lo cháu lúa cháu biết tụi mình nhua cháu quan nhiều gì giờ lúc kia bé hạt tiền của chồng nó tại sao cái chồng không quay đâu nó bé của các chồng của các lưu thế các chỉ tôi nào nhà linh đây để nó một cái trời gì đó chúng ta có ladies and gentlemen, our father, our leader, and our general, General Van Caug, please.
太傻了，你要很厉害，找着，找到了，我让你呢，我们让你给他。cái giờ nhân dân người ta
bây giờ thà cho đọc từ tu hoa cái lọ xài lù rồi bây giờ không gì là America thì giờ thì các nhau lo nó sẽ có các chị lo thì sẽ thiên nào đọc từ tu hoa
chúng ta vào cho liệt năng của năng ở California nó thì cho mường ở Fresno rồi cho cùng đẹp cho đằng chung nó giờ tới tới chung nè nó thằng lòng cho khoản nào tôi đã bên cổ lúc chưa被chầu nên cổ kỹ chung nó là chỉ khơi bỏ đi. Happy New Year with fellow mom. Honorable Mayor Jim Patterson, Honorable Lieutenant Governor, distinguished guests. It is indeed a privilege to welcome you to the Hmong Millennium New Year celebration. It has been 25 years, and this is the first time the Lieutenant Governor is in attendance, and we are very humbled by your presence. Chào quý vị cả, bé của trâu chỗ nụ, thì đã các là to, bé mong nhau cũng làm lấy cả nó, tàu tuổi chi trâu rồi, nó nề chồng, con của ba của nó, giờ đi bỏ chơi cá gì chơi kia, bỏ vào chơi gì vào chơi, làm nó đâu phá chồng, nó giờ bé tụi tôi chỉ mong ở bên giòn cũng chỉ ta chỉ cần. As you may know, the Hmong has celebrated the Hmong New Year since time immemorial. However, as we celebrate the passing of the whole year, we have Hmong participants throughout the United States together to celebrate the Hmong New Year edition in Fresno. Bây giờ để tôi chỉ cùng được cái nào, nung nào mà chung nào, giờ tôi xài chung nào ít thêm chung của chua, để giờ tại ở ba chung ở chung chia nào. We all are here humble to accept or to welcome the New Year 2000. Chào quý vị cả, cụ thọ của toàn này cho đời. Biển tôn, giờ thì mình tôn nhỏ có cẩn đó cẩn tới nhauที่เจนอส่วนจงที่อย่าชี้ดอเตานี่เกิดเตาตู้เตยจีเตยรวดที่เราเจอเตาม่วนเตาตู้เตยจีแล้วล่ะฮานาคูทาลงเชียเที่ยขวาทางนี่จ้าตู้เตยแทนจีเฉลิมที่จี Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to commend your effort and your support of the children's education. As a result of that, we have many young Hmong educators today. Đã có con tu lồng cho này cho tí của con lồng là cơ má chia trầu tôi cởi lùa tê chú trì ở của con lồng nhất tí trường nào cho được cả giảm á của tôi con tổ lồng ý à đi cho nó mới bên thành America của còn nó giờ ít có lồng cơn của khu đồng chia thiên I am proud of the fact that those who are in the agricultural science are now able to compete with the mass market.
Cho tu lúa là cho đời có mà chỗ qua lúa có mềm mà có lo trời đi lúa tê lúa trời nên có qua tàu lúa đủ lo còn anh ấy có trong cơ gồm
Vendors, concessionaires, whether small or large, I am proud to say that you are able to compete against the mass.
Tại khi hai tàu có nó bên mong cho đời giờ nên chia bên chỉ tàu mua nhiều mua tiền bên chỉ tàu mua bánh nhớ cả bên nó sắm mà qua lúa tàu đi cho nên America bên nó muốn thia cả cho nên America ba bên cho đời đó bên lồng thuần chắc thia bên của thia mà bên thia trở tàu lớn.
Because we lack the necessary capital to establish our own business, we need to seek out consultants or those who know the know-how to show us the way.
Thia cá thia già bố một cái trong nhà nó đầu lúc university bố bỏ cái bên mông nó ba tàu nó tập bản American đồng thau già chỉ ở ý giả chứ đi ba tàu là đây.
As I travel around the nation and participated in educational conference, I have witnessed the ability of the Hmong to support all government officials.
Họ cả biết cho đời chồng rong để trời luôn lúc tí chuyện nó tao lấy bà mình lấy thứ qua là ốc qua thằng chung bây giờ có tao bông một tí chuyện nó dễ nên của chi chung nó chứ bây thứ qua tao bỏ đi nó vì ở để cho đời chi rõ cơ gồm.
Please be advised that the fact that we're here, we have only been in the United States for 25 years. It is a great indication that we will succeed. If you compare to our community at large, they have been here 200 years. They have been very successful. Since this is the most prosperous nation in the world, we are here to make a major dent in this great nation.
Khó chính ở bên trận gió qua mùa giá tận đây nó cũng chụp bỏ để mới xem mấy tụi nhỏ sau đó chỉ chơi cái gì chơi mua quăng có quăng gang khó nói giờ ít bàn hạ ở bên chỗ để tàu đó nó ta bàn chỉ khó cho mình nó cũng cho mình nó các là cần đâu ý giả đi cho bà ta là nó chỉ cho cái hàng nó giờ cho mình vào chim lông lũ thứ rồi chỉ là các bạn nào tới bây giờ được ship bắt ngàn em một chú là các lò để thứ lò gì ship qua lên ở nhau lúc ra California là thứ là nó chỉ cho ta hàng là qua cả mua tiền mua gì đó lúc tí lúc chờ là giờ có ba bên sản nên một giá tạm đi liệu bà ta nên bỏ nhau để nó là.
I'm disappointed to learn that we still have children who are engaged in illegal activities. However, I am convinced that if we were to work together, we will get this problem resolved. A great indication of that is the numerous young men and women who will showcase their talent this morning. This is a great indication that we can move ahead. Because of the immense support from the U.S. government official, we are here to move ahead because we have 500 strong of this young National Guard in California, and we can do more.
Giá còn đi nó được càng cường đâu giờ ít coi chỉnh chứng rồi bây trả nên cho đời.
Education is the most important element in our life.
Giờ đi nó mà chơi đi cũng bỏ ra tí cái lúc đấy thổ lo chùa cho phần tàu ít của tụi lúc xin là những cái tàu bây giờ lên xa chỗ lên cung giờ lên mặt cho càng cờ nó mà chỉnh chi tàu ở trong tàu đó mà chơi ở thế đó tàu xí rồi nó không hành.
Education is the most pressing issue facing the Hmong community. For example, out of 100 people, only in some states, out of 100 people, only a certain percentage, 70% do well.
giờ thì biết chỗ tàu chứ ít bộ phận là biết chỗ lên tàu ở xa chỗ lên công gì chỉ giờ cho tôi khó thế nào còn công lý cổ lên là gì chua chỗ lên tàu mà chơi giờ dùng có biết cho cả xuất sản này nè.
Please accept my apologies and please interpret that. Out of 100 people, only 30% of their people succeed. And if that's the case, then we need to change the statistic. In order to change the statistics, we need to work hard. Got it.
Nhớ lúc ra California nó bây giờ là nhớ lúc Central Valley bỏ hè thì tụi đi cá đi nụ nó chỉ mua họ được tàu cho được qua từ chỉ nụ nó cũng có tàu nó món đó ăn lòng cho khoản California tàu thả cho cả nhớ kê thải cho họ được cho được qua nhớ họ nó nhớ qua đi cha.
As you may well know, Central Valley or City of Fresno is not very prominent to employment. However, I had a very fruitful, meaningful meeting with the Lieutenant Governor this morning, and with our conversation, I believe we can do more.
Nên tôi hay được qua thì hôm nay mới hồi luyện đầu, từ chỉ cho tu về cho cởi ta, bachelorบอกlà masterบอกlà doctoral degree, thế thì tôi cho hồi luyện được qua, cho hồi luyện mà do skill, do experience. Do tụi tôi nên từ mua chia được mua skill, mua experience mà ngườiสามารถเทียบตัวลิเกอร์จบที่พาหมู่โจชั่วจบพาโตอีชมมายิ่งโตหนูเจนหนึ่งแล้วเนาะแต่เชื่ออย่าหอหนึ่งตรงนี้เนาะ
I'm very happy to inform you that my conversation with the Lieutenant Governor this morning gives me great hope. Although the City of Fresno is not prominent to employment, the Lieutenant Governor indicated to me that there are quite a few job openings for skillful folks. It's not because of your lack of degree, but you have to be skillful in order to be employed, fully employed.
Ta để cho công tu lòng, cho để nhau lúc Central California cho để công tu lòng đầu cơ vào, tờ chỉ mà ta là trâu, họ nó cũng có tàu cha là đò, thắt lòng cho khoản. Nếu hai thì bê hải tức nhớ chỉ tàu, chỉ bê cha là đò, tụi mình bằng ở California nào, lỡ ai đã giảm mát khó cho một đi sát ở một công một lông nào, cái lúc ba này, này tôi tụi ghi trong đồ khoa khu, nửa hai đồ cũ, chỉ lúc nào mà ra chỗ, bê mất tụi cản phát triển nào ở cái thịt đò nửa, lỡ tụi nó ta bàn kia, nó bằng bê trả thuốc không khu lông, để bản này tôi mua công một lông ở trong đồ khoa khu nào.
I'm also happy to inform the community that my conversation, my meeting with the Lieutenant Governor this morning was very meaningful in the sense that he and the Governor's office are willing to work to ensure that the Hauv Agricultural Science has a place where they can look up to.
Nói giờ tụi sắp hợp với thầy.
À để bây lúc đi chờ bên đó America qua trò đầu chi America mua sản nhà rồi nhớ là rồi chúa đầu chủ Việt mua cổ lúc đi chờ xin khắpประกันสุดท้ายอเมริกาปฏิบัติตัวไรเซนต่อคอมมิวนิสต์ปฏิบัติตัวไรเซนโอลูกที่เชื่อว่าตายอลีน่าใจน่าเนี่ยน่าเซนักโอยูไนเต็ดน่าเทดิสเราวันนี้จ้า SR เอาของเราโจก็เราแก้ไขเจ้าของลูกที่เชื่อเราช่วงหน้าอยากเจ้ากรมแรกหัวอีจ้าใจ SR ที่ปวดจั่วมาต้านเราเจ้ากรมแรกพัดที่ฉีนอกจากตีตัวกรมแรกที่พาซื้อขีดกาตีซื้อยอดมาตาเราที่ฉีมาพูดเท่าว่าโจเป้ตัวกรมแรกเอาตัวกรมแรกเนี่ยเขาลูกแคลิฟอร์เนียตัวนู้นน่ะหัวจะเดินที่ฉีแต่ฉีตัว
I wanted to express my sincere gratitude for Congressman Dooley and Congressman Bogdanovich for your immense support of the Hmong cause. As you may know, 12 nations signing into agreement that there will not be dispute in our country. However, I would like to commend the two congressmen for their great support, and we will work alongside with you. In the most recent legislation articulated by our Congress, the Congress dictated that we need to revisit the 1973 agreement and that there ought to be human rights and democracy in our home country. Congressman, you may be seated.
All the distinguished VIPs here, the Laotian Vietnamese veterans, and all the veterans, and also all the members of Hmong Youth 2000. On behalf of General Paul Monroe, the Adjutant General of the California National Guard, it's a great pleasure for me to be here today to represent all the members of the California National Guard.
你用些多打的叫都台的球，都找台的球，没干呢，都没得公牛这边叫那个用些叫Mayor Patterson Jim Patterson 他叫不能多北State Senator Office 多。
Also, want to thank the Hmong people, General Van Powell, for promoting me to Major General. I wish I could claim that title, but I'm only a Brigadier General.
你啥我被你碰到保障好点，到车俺们得老为都 General。
America is a land of people from many nations.
但你们干的呀，一路地球能多的错，地球多个鸟地球呢。
Who have come to this great country seeking the same things that have brought Hmong people here as well.
现在多地球了，本来多接地呀，被多接天。
The name Hmong chose to call themselves proclaims quite clearly their desire to be one of those things, free men.
路被晒的被，都看看的被人忙呢呀，一路被晒的被人寂寞，被人free man。
The history of the Hmong clearly demonstrates a willingness to fight for what they believe was right and to fight against overwhelming odds for freedom.
被晒的被人都个干呀，大家被这给寻到我找了也被扯这给完美。
Like many of the other peoples who have come to America, the Hmong came to escape persecution in their own native lands.
要能多的前面干那就错多了，不能也多地呀，别的罗去啥，罗顿前的罗顿前了前完美呢。
Which is sometimes the price that must be paid for believing differently than those around us.
对家有知道是这些那么离台有天到这给完美呢。
America is made greater by the positive contributions that all of the people that now call America their home bring with them.
对前面干呢，也一路对前完美里呀，这错的人都想到，罗阿罗的自己多天的完美。
The Hmong are no exception.
那不被知道。
The core values of the Hmong people, strong and still free nation that it is today.
比如今天被这给拿头被定老 tê nó chứ giờ ấy à ô tô bê cho nên nó ấy cho nên trong nên chính thế.
Since the first settlements of America nearly 400 years ago, the freedoms that we all enjoy today have been brought and paid for with the sweat and sometimes the blood of men and women who have set aside their own personal endeavors and have come to the defense of their communities and our nation.
Thời giờ thọ bê cho nên tôi nhớ tới chuyện cả nó đi blog của sông đâu là số đề bờ lên sĩ tôn cha cho một trên cái tàu tới trời nó nhỏ để bản mình.
This is also the proud history and heritage of America's National Guard, California National Guard.
Họ bờ lên hay họ ý giả lấy dùng xe cho hay lấy cho cho thái ý tới trời nó.
For more than 150 years, the men and women of the California National Guard have defended both their communities and their nation in time of disasters, emergencies, and war.
Đâu li ít bộ chỉ xong thôi là nó lấy cho National Guard nó beli cho làm tí thái lúc tí chờ thế làm tí thái dễ dàng xuất tụ.
California Guard members have served with pride and distinction at both Los Angeles civil disturbances, the Northridge and Loma Prieta earthquakes, and every major conflict America has been involved in since the Civil War.
Chỉ bộ thầu mi cả qua chỗ cho tí chờ nó là một đi ít bộ xong thôi là nó lấy cho nó bờ lên ô hồ li tí thái lúc tí chờ nó cho họ chỉ ta hay tiề ya tiề tí chờ một tên mình hỗ trợ cho sư tên đó là lúc bờ lên một cho một ba tí gì.
The California National Guard is a community-based organization. We live, work, and play in the communities we serve.
弗雷斯诺市市长、弗雷斯诺市的官员、尊敬的法国的苗族代表团、尊敬的泰国代表团、尊敬的美国同胞们，你们好。
Distinguished Chairman, distinguished Mr. Mayor of Fresno, distinguished government officials of California, dear Hmong sisters and
我们
brothers.
中国云南省苗族代表团满载着我们中国苗族同胞的一片深情厚谊，今天来到弗雷斯诺市，得到了弗雷斯诺市的苗族组委会的热烈欢迎和大家的无微不至的关心和照顾，我们心情非常激动，表示衷心的感谢。
Embraced by a warm welcome. The visiting Miao group from Yunnan Province, the People's Republic of China, have been here with the best wishes from the Yunnan Province, and we are so happy to attend this event. And we would like to express our sincere thanks to the organizing committee for your warmly welcome.
苗族国际新年节在弗雷斯诺市举行，这是我们凝聚苗族的感情，传播我们苗族的友谊，同时弘扬我们苗族的文化，具有十分重要的意义。在这里，我代表云南省苗族代表团表示衷心的祝贺。
We do think it's a really significant event for the Hmong people of the Hmong International because we do think it's a bridge for Hmong important role in the world. At present, we would like to extend our warm congratulations to this great occasion. As the year of dragon, I would like to
手的共我一把。 Congressman ตัวเป๋ Washington DC ตัวในลุงเบยอ Congressman Caug
Well, thank you, General Hauv. Thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of this, and thank all of you for allowing me and my wife, Melinda, to join you in your 25th long New Year since you arrived in the United States.
我那时候就叫我，你都叫你多天，你都不念 Linda， 你要3天啊。
Here, and Mayor Patterson, Lieutenant Governor Bustamante, and Assemblyman Reyes and Briggs is a testament to our thanks and our gratitude to the efforts of the Hmong people to work and fight side by side with our soldiers in Vietnam in advancing the cause of democracy.
好的，你多那天你叫朋友呢，就是多讲你上来一考，看到你的你，从小你好的你到他了讲，我找你的钱。
I'm also here to once again renew my commitment to be a partner with all of you to ensure that we can help you become full citizens of the United States and enjoy the full opportunities that this country provides.
你那都给了你的，你都加入了你多还的，你我你一头朋友来，我你的 partner 有啊，参加你说的个，你说的要 American citizen 所读的个，你我到出差出压力你没干的。
Whether it be the programs offered by the U.S. Department of Agriculture and the Farm Service agencies, whether it be the education programs for our young children, whether it be the job training programs, these are all important to ensure that you can meet your full potential.
这还得我了解的了，我哪干他都这错压的了，不能也一样，你啥个你被你蒙说的这错都不能找了，
Acknowledge that there are still some challenges that the Hmong community faces, but let us take heart in the fact that we have tens of thousands of people here today that are coming here together. Let us collectively commit ourselves to ensure that we are going to overcome those challenges, to ensure once again that the Hmong children will become full citizens, will enjoy the full opportunities that this country provides. Thank you very much.
这也来他们报道还。
老姐大上，你要是把那几条路做了，也不知道那是个，刚刚讲了讲那还那不还是假的，那是。
chơi mua khổng cái nền tiền gì sai là tê khổng mua cái út đó nó trong cần đó nữa chơi lên đời mình có phá tụi tin nâng tôi đó luôn chơi bây giờ nữa
Yeah.
bên của đại nhiều tuột tập cá bên xã bên
Two, three, four, 1, 2.
nó nhỏ có thân có nó phải chứ nó là
phải lớn lọ
nó thực xẻo
đây là con nhà người kia mất lọ chân thực hiện đây là không rồi cháu chân nặng lọ tiền
lúc như hồng này chỉ cho những nó tôi đông là tê rồi Đây tụi mình là Thái đây.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Colonel Van Yi, President of the Lao National Veteran. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow veterans. On behalf of the Lao Veterans of America, I want to take this opportunity to thank you, all of you, for your participation at this award event. I would like to extend my deepest, sincere thanks to Colonel Bradford Jones, Commander of the Army National Guard Headquarters, and his staff for allowing the Hmong and Lao veterans this facility and helping us to make this event possible today. Distinguished guests, Hmong and Lao veterans are those soldiers who served in the U.S. Secret Army in Laos during paid by the U.S. government. General Hauv was the commander of this army. Their mission was to guard the high electronic installation at Limasite 85 Pupati Mountain, where it looked down to the Yellow and Green River Valley in North Vietnam to help U.S. Air Force did their bombing campaign over and reinforcement on the Ho Chi Minh Trail from North to South Vietnam to fight young Americans there. Defend our own country from communism. We fought against 70,000 North Vietnamese army, 30,000 North Vietnamese army on the Ho Chi Minh Trail. From 1961 to 1975, we have over 35,000 killed in combat, over 50,000 wounded, and over 2,500 missing in action. After the U.S. member to former U.S. Air Force base in Nampong, Thailand. The majority of the army still at the front line around the plain of Jar. Part of them tried to join the Lao Communist government, but they were arrested, imprisoned, and killed. Part of them become political refugees in Thailand camp before resettled in a third country. And part of them ran into the jungle and fight back for their survival, freedom, and democracy to the prison. These standing veterans in front of you today are small. They are very lucky to be settled in the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. I think we've all had the experience in our lives of someone who did something very great for us. We didn't even realize it or know about it. And then we wished we could go back and thank them. Sometimes that opportunity comes too late. It is a shame that more Americans do not know of the contribution and sacrifice that all of you made for the United States. Part of that is due to thank you. General Vong Pao, who led you in this valiant secret war in Laos, is someone truly worthy of our admiration. Commanding General of American Forces in Vietnam once made the comment that General Vong Pao was probably one of the greatest generals in the art of irregular warfare in history. And his exploits and his leadership is proof of that. Today we have some distinguished visitors who would like to acknowledge your contribution, and I will call on them. I would ask, as I introduce you, please, dignitaries, if you want to, please rise and be acknowledged when I call your name. And if you would like to make comments or a presentation, please come to the lectern. We'll start off with Mayor of Fresno, the Honorable Jim Patterson.
Honor for me on behalf of the people of Fresno to thank you for what you have done for freedom and liberty. It is, as has been said earlier, an opportunity today to lift the shroud of secrecy from your valiant deeds and to thank you for what you have done for freedom, for democracy, and for the United States of America. We are also proud to remind ourselves today that your sacrifice cost much. On the uniforms here today are the emblems of the memories of the horror and of the pain. But we thank you. Finally, may I, as the mayor, we are delighted to call you comrades, neighbors.
The Honorable Bob Waterston.
First of all, I would like to thank you just how proud I am to be here with you and how proud I am that you're part of our country and part of our community. I can't thank you enough personally from my heart for what you've done for all of us. As Mayor Pro Tem of the City of Clovis, I'm honored to be here, invited to recognize Hmong and Lao veterans who sacrificed life and limb in the support of the United States. Clovis has always been a community which has appreciated veterans and their service to our country. I'm especially pleased to present a proclamation from the City of Clovis recognizing your efforts and sacrifice. You have the support of our community and our thanks for your service. Proclamation is, whereas America recognizes the need for all people to be free from tyranny and has provided assistance to people around the world struggling for freedom. And whereas America committed substantial resources and personnel to Southeast Asia during the Vietnam War, and whereas Hmong and Lao veterans fought bravely alongside the forces of the United States in the Vietnam War, and Hmong and Lao veterans sustained substantial casualties in the support of the United States in the Vietnam War. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Clovis City Council does hereby commend and recognize the dedication and service sacrifice of the Hmong and Lao veterans. Thank you very much.
The White House Initiative on Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders.
Thank you for having me here today. Hello and Happy New Year to all of you. Sabaidi and Miaozhong. Thank you for inviting our office to speak here today at this very important event honoring Hmong and Lao veterans. Shamina Singh, the Executive Director of the White House, 13125. The only other executive order ever issued specifically towards Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders was Executive Order 9066, the executive order that placed all Americans of Japanese descent into internment camps during World War II.
รู้จริงด้วยวันที่เจ้าแล้วนะว่าพระสงฆ์ท่านถึงตัวละสิ่งที่กฎหมายหายซะยอดสักเจนจีว่าจะในเอเชียอเมริกันนะตัวละมัวป้าตัวลูกที่เชิญนะจีบทเดี๋ยวเต้นชิดตัวจบที่ออก
My own mother was born at the Fresno Assembly Center in October 1942 en route to an internment camp in Arkansas after my grandparents were forced to abandon their home and farm here in Fresno. While their families were unjustly held in internment camps, my uncles nevertheless fought for the U.S. Army as well as members of the 442nd during World War II. And I want to recognize you and thank all of you for your service to this country during the Vietnam War.
กูอยู่ตัว Fresno นะเนี่ยกูจีบเนี่ยหน่อยเท่าตัวสิจุบอลประโยชน์เลยกูมันต่อยต่อจ้ากูตัวเนี่ยตัว Fresno นะกูตัวจีบเนี่ยตัวรู้ละกูตะการหลอกนะเลยกูยังอีกจังเนี่ยกูตัวจ่ายเลยนี่เสียดายที่
From my own family's experience, I know what a huge impact an executive order can have on people's lives and futures, and I come to tell you positive. The goal of this executive order is to improve the quality of life of all Asians, including Hmong and Lao and Pacific Islanders, through increased participation in federal programs where they are underserved.
จากการสร้างว่า President ตัวเซนในอีกข้อจริงจังกันกับตัวเป็นยัง Asian American เราป้าตัวเป็นรุ่นหนึ่งตอนเด็กเราเกิดเป็นมนุษย์โมหะโมเกกงเตโมเกดาวลัวตีอันนี้โมฟ้าหุชิลัวขณะอีกข้อยเราป้าตัวเป็นรุ่นหนึ่งตัดสินเอาหันเดียอยากที่จะเป็นว่าหมอจากกฎหมายเลยจากการสร้างจะเราตัวตั้งให้จะกองหงเลยจะโปรแกรมป้าตัวเป็นยังไงมาจีนเลยตัวจะ Asian American นะยามาตรงป้องปลาเราเลยจะเป็นยังไงสวิตเซอร์ที่
There are three main components of the executive order. It established a 15-member President's Advisory Commission on Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders, representing the diversity of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders.
หมอเป็นโคจริงจังถ้าโคนายอย่าเราใส่จ่าเพราะฉะนั้นเราใส่จ่าโคชิตัวนึงอยากจะ Asian American เราช่วยชัวร์ที่เราช่วยใจจะโปรแกรมอย่างป้าเราเป็นยัง Asian American นะ
And it also forms a White House initiative on Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders with an interagency working group with representatives from each federal agency.
ข้อที่เราข้อ initiative นะข้อ initiative นะอย่าเราช่วยใจจะ department รอดยอดต่อ Washington DC ช่วยใช้จะโปรแกรมนะเราป้าเราเป็นยังต่อบริจาค
The third component is the staff office of the White House initiative with an executive director and a staff to oversee and coordinate all of the federal efforts and the work of the commission. The executive director, Shamina Singh, started her duties in October of this year.
ข้อที่เป็นอะไรเราบอกก็ไม่รู้ห้องการยอดต่อ Washington DC มาตัว director ที่จะโครงการเราเกี่ยวหรือป้าตัวเสด็จมาตัวนายตัว director นายว่า Miss Chin.
All of you have been working for a very long time to get the federal government to pay attention to the needs of Asian Americans and Pacific Islander communities. This executive order is a culmination of decades of work and coalition building among yourselves and other Asian American and Pacific Islander partners. You should all be proud of this executive order. Restoration of... We have also been following your efforts on behalf of Hmong veterans.
ขณะข้อจริงจังที่ยาตาเราเป้กูจะมุ่งจะลุ้นยังในเป้ชิมัวสิกเสรีภาพที่อารมณ์หรือป้าหรือเปล่าแต่ชีจ้าอิสระที่โอเดลเลยจ้าคนสร้างในยุคจริงจังแต่ชีนุ่งนอเป็นหมดใจที่ยันรู้หรือป้าหรือเปล่าเป็นหมดใจหมดท้อเอาท้อเอาวันที่ยาวเป็นยาตาเป็นปวดเต่าลี mà khả năng ý họ chính chân thì giờ ba đồ tăng thành nít đóเป็นต้นลีเลยลงป้าดูจะ veteran ของจากคนใหม่ตัดสินเอา
Another piece of paper. Together we hope to identify strategies to ensure that the Office of Refugee Resettlement, Health Services Agency, Department of Labor, etc. do everything in their power to address the issues that you have brought to our attention.
แต่นิสตินายอีเดนต์ขอซื้อยาชิมนิสเดกงเตตั้งจุดชี้เทียบเทียนเลยเดี๋ยวนี้ต้องการยังตื่นลองดูจะ department สิดีจะ department ต่อหนึ่งสถิติหรือ resettlement หรือจะยัง department veteran ลองดูจะ labor ที่จะวันนั้นต่อลูกของเขาจะในใจเราป้านิสเดมาจะในช่วยมั่งเกี่ยวกับเต
Stay in touch with the members of the advisory committee that will be named hopefully early February and work through them to ensure that your needs are met.
ผู้ทำผู้เจอนิสเดสลงสตูก็นี่ว่าเราใกล้สิเลยที่ตลอดจะที่ปรึกษาลำตัวใน president ขณะที่เราป้าน้อยลำตัวทอดวิธีตู้ president ลำรับเป้าเลยเทียที่ยังลังเตี้ยกุศลก็นี่ว่าเราใกล้สิกันเลยที่นี่ป้าตัวนี้เตี้ยวันนี้ต้องการ
And I welcome all of you who are going to visit California. Thank you for having me here today, and again, thank you for your many contributions to this country, for working together for the health and well-being of Hmong and Lao communities.
กูเจอเนี่ยสุดสลังสุดตัวมือชัวชีเป้ยอดต่อวอชิงตันดีซีต่ออย่างนี้มือใจกูจงเชื่อเดนิสเตอร์ที่เป้เชื่ออย่าละว่าหรือกงเตโอเคเรามาป้าเราไปจำลองที่จำลองอย่าลืมว่าจังต่อเจอตรงนั้น Thank you.
Our next guest is Stephanie Espinoza, Administrative Assistant, Office of the Governor, Governor's Office, Gray Davis. Ms. Espinoza.
ก่อนที่ตัวน่ะอย่าโน่นอย่าจ้าแต่โน่นน่ะอย่าโน่นจริงจังในหลักเป้าที่สุดอย่าเลี้ยงคุณมาได้ตาหน้าและอย่าได้ proclamation ตัวประธาน
Congratulations and God bless you.
ว่าจังต่อจงเชื่อเทียชาติสุดทั้งทั้ง
Non-veteran, Colonel Dan.
Good morning.
晚上
Happy New Year.
让谢想谢呢
My job now is to help people.
กูจะหุ่นอย่าละป้าตัวหนึ่งใช่ไหม
But I don't forget that you helped some of my friends.
แต่ชีกูจะจองแต่นี่ป้ากูจะพุ่งยืม
I carried
กูยังจะจองเอาดอกลูเชียแต่กูจะป้านี่ที่นี่เจนึง
Thank you and good luck.
เอลีว่าเจ้านี่เสด็จก็มวยว่าต่อยักษ์ที่เราเจอคนเดิม
Director of the Fresno County Office of Education.
Good morning. On behalf of the 185,000 teachers and students in Fresno County, I come to pay our respect, our tribute, and our appreciation to all of you, whose mission to you is to not let our students forget and to make sure your students get a good education. Thank you.
เชื่อใจในปัวยี่จุดชีตัวในครูยาดาวลุ้นดาวนาที่จะมีตัวมินใส่กันดาวกันตาโมลรงเชียที่ขวดสันนิษฐานเดียนี่เชื่อตัวยาดาวนา
Very, very happy to have been invited. This is a real honor to come and share with you some feelings that I've had for the people of Laos were mountain villagers with no written language and no formal education. To stand up against the threat of communism, a charismatic leader, General Lao rose to draw the Lao people together, giving them national identity.
một lúc sẽ luôn chịu là một sợi dây để bây giờ chúng tôi su cái lý thế mua này lúc về là trong này lúc nào sẽ được cho chọn.
General Hauv gained the reputation as one of the great military and political leaders of this century, as he took his people from a rural agrarian society to a nation united in the cause of resisting the tyranny of communist aggression.
ท่านนายพลว่าปอกุยดูหนึ่งยอดโดนต่อเต้นเฉยลูกกงมังต่อลูเจียโดนจะนั่งซื้อที่สิท่องติเฉยแต่มอต่ออีปานหนึ่งตื่นอีปานหนึ่งตื่นอยากเอาได้ชีเชื่อตว่าตัวเจละหมดตัวเจ้าแต่ชีอยากอีกอย่างหนึ่งเก่งที่สุดว่ายอแต่อยากอีกอย่างกล้าหาญชับเลย
He molded the most efficient army in Southeast Asia.
ในอิตุปอต่อเดียเจ้าต่อจะนำตัวจัดตัวเจ้าเก่งชัดแบบยันดาวชาสวิเศษกัตเต
As the United States entered the war in Vietnam, political restraints prevented the intervention of enemy troops and supplies passing from North to South Vietnam along routes close to Laos borders.
เกจิตัวยังขอจริงๆแต่จะยังละตัวคนเตะตัวกัตเตะเดอว่าศาสตร์จึงพอตัวมูในยจอม
Through the CIA, the United States contracted the service of General Hauv and the people of Laos to rescue American pilots, intercept enemy supply lines, and resist communist expansion into Laos.
เราไม่เจอเรายังป้ามัวจะแน่ตัวชิตัวสิริในอเมริกาจิตใจเดยจะเสียในยังจะเราป้าจะเลยมุกท่านในพูน
In exchange,
เกิดป้าอเมริกาต่อการอุจจาระ
General Hauv's troops became America's secret army in Laos. The lives of many American soldiers were saved by the Lao forces.
เรามาป้าอเมริกาอย่ามัวอย่าได้ชีอเมริกาอย่าป้าอย่าได้เทลีท่านในพูนเทเรามูเก่งทหารเก่งนิสิต
During the war in Southeast Asia, over 35,000 Lao soldiers, along with many women and children, lost their lives on behalf of the United States.
เกี่ยวกับเราตอนนี้เสด็จเทลีมัวไปเจอตัวผาตูแทงเจ้าปนเนี่ยสินแนงมิตรมีโยนต่อตาสินแนง
When the United States abandoned its efforts in Vietnam, it also abandoned the secret army of Laos, along with the promises it made them.
ขอเกชิตัวนะอย่างที่ขอเกจึงเชื่อที่เจียเชื่ออเมริกาต่อสัญญาเจอเดียป้าอเมริกา
The Lao, who were loyal to the United States, fled to refugee camps in Thailand. Many were killed trying to escape the communists.
ต่อการจอละมูจอนิชเดอร์จอคือที่นั่งจาเขียตัวมีรถไทยเตจอจิลิเขียตัวมูซื้อเจ้าโลตัวเตายะปวดชัวยอดต่อเตเก
From the refugee camps, many eventually made it to other countries. Today, they are scattered across the face of the globe. They're not economic immigrants looking for a handout. Many long to return to their homeland.
จอมงบลอจอตัวยันติชนะยาอีจอถึงจะจอติเตียเจสาตัวที่นั่นที่เขาดูติชนะยามลุติรุชาเลิกุสัตกาติยา
Even today, there are still those living in refugee camps in Thailand. There are a handful of others still in the mountains of Laos, still resisting the path of Lao.
ในทุนนอชิมวยจอกติชายอนโตชาสุนพยงเทเตเดกุมวยจอยอโตเตตงเตหาโอยังจีสมาลมปอตอเตโรเจเจเกจคอมมิวนิสต์นะยาอิจาชีตอชดา
Today, I have the privilege to stand before General Hauv and the great secret army of Laos. I am here to give honor to the sacrifices and heroic deeds you and your fallen comrades have performed on behalf of the people of this nation and on behalf of all who love the freedom your sacrifices have made possible.
กูมอลูจงเชียเตียนต่อเชเจนุนาตัวหายหรือตัวทนายพลว่าปอเทนนี่เสด็จสุดเรื่องสุดตัวจากกูตุจ้าหากแต่เป็นอย่างนี้จะเจียนจีนี่จะเจียนจีมันจ้ามันชาปูรุเตเชอรุเตลุเชอ
I am humbled by the honor of standing in the presence of such great men as the Lao veteran who are here, who have sacrificed so much for my country.
Cú rong xe sự chế độ khả năng họ ya bỏ tàu họ tiền đi cho nên muốn trong muốn trả bộ lúa tết chờ tiền để ba bê lúa tết chờ nó.
Though I am a veteran of the war in Southeast Asia, I have not earned the right to stand among you.
Cú bây giờ ít cú tu trò thiệt, vì cú rong xe hay tiền mua lúa xí hợp là một sản châu nó hay là trong này.
I come to you only as Ed from Warville, average American, expressing my gratitude and the gratitude of thousands of Americans who know and appreciate the sacrifices the Hmong and Lao people have made for the United States.
Cú tuần nào cú chỉ là sự chế từ cú ta hàn, cú tu trò, thì sự cú sự chế từ năng bê sinh nhân America nào, giờ đi cho dân chỉ để đi tàu một trăm một trăm bộ lúa tê lúa chờ ba bê.
Many in this country remember the sacrifices the family, loved ones and homeland you have made. Because of you, our children and grandchildren face a surer future. We owe the people wonder if all you have done is in vain.
Bây giờ chồng đi tới cho tới trả bộ lúa tê lúa chờ nó. I
am here to tell you your cause was just, your cause was right. Because of your sacrifices, many in this world have been saved from death at the hands of the communists.
Một trong một trò tiền thay đổi đầu tiên cho nó chỉ một trò nhà thay đổi một phải đó là một trò communist.
But now your job is done, your task is complete.
Để đi lú hồ lực tiền nào là đi ra phát sản lượng tiền.
As we pass into a new century and a new millennium, the torch passes to a new generation. You have worked hard and sacrificed much. Rest in the work you have done. It has not been in vain. No longer are you without a homeland. Your children and grandchildren, along with my children and grandchildren, live in a better world because of you. No longer be afraid for your children. You have laid a strong foundation for the future of your people. Do not fear the future, for those who follow you, the young, Hmong and Lao, are as strong and as resilient as their forefathers. You play an important role in the future. It is your role to trust in the new generation. Understand the difficulties your children face in holding on to traditional values while transitioning into other cultures.
Ni lu nang te lu lo ho lu ni ba de ta te na yi kha ching chang ke ni san dao sha me ni do sha lo te lu nang ta te na ching chua te te chu da.
The elders have fought a good fight, not forgetting the richness of their tradition nor the price they have paid. They now pass the torch to a new generation of vibrant young people who will overcome the obstacles Lao people face because they are separated from their homeland. Your future is secure in the new homeland built by the next generation.
Cái son chai ya ta la no ni ya ta ni to ba pe la lo. Ku pa ne George sa hai a pe la lo ku lo ju pa ne te cha mi nyo. Tiệm đi sẽ đợi chất gì cho mình nhỏ tàu một trong một xã hội tây với chờ tiền uống trà đi cho trà đi uống cho xem chỉ tiền giờ vì muốn đi thì là ba tập bé của nó để cái tụ ba đi sẽ được năng suất.
To the new generation of Hmong and Lao, take time to reflect on the hardships and sacrifices your parents and grandparents have made. They are a generation that grew up in war. Their education and skills were focused on fighting a tyrannical enemy. Because of that, they know little else but without this dedication, the hope you hold of a secure future would not be able to be. Heritage, and at the same time giving them a vision for the future. Your love, care, and concern for the well-being of your people has not gone without notice by God or by man. You have been a good shepherd of your people. I honor you.
Nên hôm nào giờ là một họ chiến tranh thì có chạy ban đến tuần nào cho nào luôn trở có giờ sao có cho xe chờ chị giờ sao có giờ cho được sự tiền tiền mà hôm nào cũng là họ sao có thế giờ sao có giờ tiền chị giờ đi ý tuần này dù ya một chân trong chân hạ ya trở có ý tuần này là của các trường.
I would also like to honor Colonel Yi. Colonel Yi needs to be commended for his leadership of the Lao Veterans of America. Colonel, you are a compassionate man. You are a good man. May God bless you. Those who have worked hard in the communities can be proud of their efforts to bridge the cultural gap. In Oroville, Major Batai and his brother together, and we have cried together. They are truly my friends.
Cũng mong họ phải có rộng kề, để chịu cũng mong họ kề công tế để chịu bớt sự bự, bỏ cho đa giáo viên nào kề rồi, ni yang cũng được như bây giờ tôi thấy ok.
I support we can continue the resistance against the communists, merely existing on the roots of trees and holding on to the hope for help that may never come.
Cũng quan niệm để chân chỉ tao lòng nhau, chỉ tao bỏ rộng communist lòng. Cả một thế giới đời chúng nên nó tổ su ta sẽ ta chịu một thao đi một ba này thì ăn cầu.
However, even if the path of Lao is overcome, things will not be the same. None of us can go back to the past. We can only move forward. Be encouraged. You can face what lies ahead with confidence. You are a strong, resilient people. You have overcome the challenges of the past and will overcome the challenges of the future.
Bao giờ cho communist bây giờ chụp bắt lao tàu lúc tây lúc chờ giờ chỉ trong nhà ta rồi thì chỉ lúc nào tàu tây bây giờ tàu nãy ít ruộng bây giờ giờ chỉ sao lúc nào ta là nhà ta rồi thì chỉ lúc nào tàu tây này phải tranh tranh thì bây giờ tàu ba.
In the Bible, God spoke these words to the prophet Jeremiah, a future and a hope.
Nhớ cho họ họ bèn bỏ tàu hơn tiền, nhà cầm ba trong nền tàu têเลยก็ยังบอกขอรองที่ขอรับบ้านก็เดี๋ยวก็ว่าบางทียี่ขอรองก็
God loves the people of Laos. He hears the cry of your heart. God's promise of a hope and a future is as much for the Lao people as it is for anyone in creation. My prayer is that God fulfills His promise for the people of Laos. God bless you.
Our next speaker is Mr. Mike Reynolds, representing Supervisor Stan Oken's office, District 5 in Fresno County.
Early. I have one more veteran to honor in about an hour and a half, and that's my father-in-law. He fought in World War II.
Congressional record tụi thi cặp đèn song phục hiệu tụi thi lối trì dân lì tụi thi bê du xiên kỳ na xiên vẹn tụi thi bao lối trì mùa vẹn tụi thi truy giảm lông mùa tụi thi trò nay trả nọ trò hơn tụi thi gì lối thổ sông vẹn tụi thi chùa lô chơi bỏ pha cậu lối thổ và tùa vẹn nên là thì nó cho cũng bên này tụi nó cứ nói và bư giang trong công bê cú là nó nè cho sống cho nó sẽ nè这朵花讲到这cho những chuyện tôi chỉ có biết là nói chỉ của bạn nên thiệt chứ đừng do từ này mà theo bông ca là ít thủ là hay thì tôi cho cái lúc phải xin đầu nào và chọn đầu trong xuyên đầu lúc nào rồi tao chọn đầu chọn đời là những giáo dân để tiền chỉ thế này cái sự giàu mà nhà đi cho chúng mình tập học từ chúng mình chơi một trăm ba chúng mình không học được chỉ ta lấy của chúng mình thế nhà đi của chúng đầu này thọ cho phụ nữ tất cả này thọ có thể sản xuất cho phụ nữ là đi cho tôi làm này.
We're going to ask you to accept these small tokens of recognition today on behalf of a grateful nation for all that you have done and all that you have sacrificed on our behalf.
Thank you.
Tàu một giờ ba đi sang Rat California nữa, Rat North Carolina nữa.
At this special ceremony in recognition of the many contributions that you have made in war and in peace. Betterment of our country, for freedom in the world. I am indeed proud of the many accomplishments you have achieved.
Thành buồn trong theo tôi sẽ chỉ trong nhà lòng trong từ lu rõ Flores ta được đi cho cô tu trò thế nên dịch truyền ra sẽ được rau xe thì lu xe tua cộng đi sẽ nào đi chia của tu cộng đi của khoa theo rau xe hàng rồi đi sẽ được xuất năng xuất thế tây ăn đi sẽ đợi cho một trong một sạp của tây đối chơi tiền và giờ đi đợi của rau xe của tập anh chí đi rau gì theo
and brief them on the activities of the Selective Service System and the Association of the U.S. Army. And I'm proud to say that the Lao veterans have contributed in many ways to help both of those organizations. General Bang Pao's son appears in the official brief reminder of your community fulfilling its obligation to this country in registering for selective service.
Nhớ cho họ Washington DC, thành phố tu, giờ tu sẽ chế national France tu, thì rồi cho nó chơi thì có selective service này họ tranh tranh, đi sẽ bị một cái công ty theo, sau đó 3 lần thì chẳng thì dạng công ty.
His son will also appear in a short segment of a film that will be distributed to all of California's 1,600 public and private high schools, reminding students of their responsibility to register.
nếu cũng họ nhớ cho họ yêu họ video của nhà tôi chỉ cho họ nhớ cho lưu lạc làm việc nào rồi cho mình high school số lần sự tu tiền thọ đuôi chạy rồi ngày nhú chỉ tồn tại là tổng chủ mèo ta hạt nhà khỏi họ nói họ chính tranh là tưởng cho là ba cho để nhà chú một tiền này nó.
Many of you soldiers serve as volunteers